right. Welcome to Bill Horton Field, Week 2 for Rhea County football.
Cadet Private Perkins, Cadet Private Herron, and Cadet Second Lieutenant Wood. Please remain standing.
We're about to kick off here, and we're going to take it down to the Rhea County Golden Eagle Marching Band.
Is under the direction of Rhea County High School Band Director, Mr. Gabriel Lahas.
All right, thanks for joining us for Week 2 of Rhea County football. This is Elmer Harris here with
Cameron Lane.
We have an exciting matchup tonight. The Blackman Blaze with some of the top players in the state, maybe even country.
Absolutely. Blackman last week took it to Hendersonville, 63-28. Of course, the star power, as Elmer alluded to, really begins in the backfield. Number 33, you'll be looking out for him tonight, 5'11", 210-pound senior, Master Teague. He had 186 yards on 18 carries last week. He had 58 yards on 2 touchdown catches. He also had a 97-yard kickoff return that he took to the house. Yeah, and as a statistician, all-around local football guru, Cameron Meadows just whispered in my ear, that was all done in 3 quarters. So the Golden Eagle defense, Elmer, will have their hands full tonight trying to contain him.
It's going to be very challenging trying to stop the essentially unstoppable. It's going to be interesting to see how Coach Owenby, who always comes well prepared as the Eagles defensive coordinator, handles Master Teague. And
yeah, a couple other key players to watch for the Blackman Blaze tonight. They got Trey Knox, who is a 6'4" wide receiver, a junior, former Tennessee commit, 206 pounds. As I was parking, the team was walking back to their locker room, saw some of these athletes. They're just big kids. Knox last week had 2 touchdowns on 6 catches for 129 yards. And then another back to key in on is Adonis Ote. He's another speedy wideout. I think he also plays corner on the defensive side of the ball. Last year, Blackman went 9-4 on the season, and they lost in the quarterfinals to a formidable foe that the Golden Eagle faith will be familiar with in the much-hated Maryville Rebels. This is actually our first matchup between Rhea County and Blackman, so we're excited to be hosting the Blaze here tonight and hoping to shock the world, if you will.
So we're just 5.5 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to take a quick break to our sponsors and be right back with Rhea County football. Go Eagles.
As part of Rhea Medical Center, Professional Therapy Services of Rhea County shares the same commitment to excellence as Rhea County Athletics. Allow our professional staff to get you back in the game.
Providing physical therapy for Rhea Medical Center. The right care right here in Rhea County.
Our staff at Professional Therapy supports Rhea County Athletics.
Go Eagles!
At Lazy Boy, safety and quality go hand in hand.
At Lazy Boy, we have an award-winning safety program. World-class safety performance requires that all 1,400 American craftsmen work safely each and every day. Safety commitment is safety excellence. Safety excellence is team commitment. We want you to be part of this team. Go Eagles.
If you're interested in joining our award-winning team, stop by our Lazy Boy office to submit an application or give us a call at 775-3900.
Justin came out, we walked the land, we looked over the land, and he started coming up with some wonderful ideas.
Whether you're a do-it-yourselfer looking for the best materials or want our experts to create beautiful spaces in your outdoor places, stop by or give us a call at 423-531-2671 or visit our online galleries at mccoshlandscaping.com. That's MCCOSH landscaping.com. State Senator Ken Yeager takes his responsibility to serve very seriously and is guided by one and only one principle: constituents come first. As chairman of the Senate State and Local Government Committee, Ken Yeager has worked hard to protect our taxpayers from unnecessary and wasteful government spending. With Yeager, constituents come first. And as always, go Eagles. The safety and well-being of Rhea County citizens are the top priority of Sheriff Mike Neal and the Rhea County Sheriff's Department. With programs such as the Senior Citizens Awareness Network, the highly trained volunteers of Rhea County Homeland Security, and the DARE program that works to keep our kids off drugs, Sheriff Mike Neal is looking out for you. On behalf of the Rhea County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Mike Neal asks you to drive safely to and from football games, and as always, go Eagles.
So we're back. Thank you to all of our sponsors once again. Hope you're enjoying those advertisements and giving all those great local businesses support in whatever ways you can. So Elmer, talk to me. What are the keys tonight for the Golden Eagles to pull off what many might say, and depending on who you're asking, would be considered an upset tonight against the Blackman Blaze?
Well, obviously, one of the same keys in just about every ball game when we go up against a high-octane offense is to essentially control that clock, keep them off the field, and Rhea County has seemed to do that quite well, even in Week 1 and in the past few years. So we definitely want to keep that offense off the field. Defensively, I wish I had the answer.
No, I completely understand. As we mentioned, some offensive powerhouses for Blackman tonight to watch out for. Of course, Rhea County, no need to remind you and rub salt in that wound. We did drop the opener to Cleveland on a last minute of sort play. They were able to score and go ahead 21-14 within the last 2 minutes of the contest. Couple question marks surrounding the Rhea County offense. We did see Zach Pemberton hobbling around a bit last week. I don't know if we have an update on his status, but I assume we will see him starting once again. Zach had a solid week. He connected with Jaden Austin for a 41-yard touchdown pass. Jaden actually named the Southeast Bank Player of the Week for his Week 1 performance. Another Golden Eagle who had a powerful Week 1 was Gavin Morrison, racked up close to 90 yards out of the backfield. Coach Pemberton kept going to him for what appeared to be, and Cam Meadows, please correct me when I use the incorrect term here, somewhat of a veer play there, kind of off the right tackle. And, Gavin had a great Week 1. Another thing that we kind of saw towards the end of the game, especially I'm thinking of the very last play, Elmer, that I will be interested to see, because Zach did have such a good week throwing the football, is whether or not Coach Pemberton might mix in a few throws this week. Obviously, there's no reason to fix something that isn't broken. The run game was working fantastically, particularly with Morrison. But that last play of the game just kind of made me curious whether or not it would have put any thought into Coach Pemberton's head this week of maybe mixing in a few more throws. I definitely think Zach and the receiving staff are more than capable. And here come your Golden Eagles. Once again, we are now 2-0 for breaking the cheerleader banner. Great to see the Golden Eagles really just bust through there once again this week. Always good to see. I mean, clean break ever since I saw Little Giants in theaters at age 13, and the Little Giants weren't able to break the paper, and they had to lay it down. I've had great fear in my heart for every team I've cheered for ever since. Thanks a lot, Rick Moranis. Go shrink some people. So, Elmer, obviously we got some D1 talent here tonight on the field in terms of Teague and also Trey Knox and probably even Adonis Ote. And it got me thinking, Elmer, and it's a debate I've had for years with my brothers and with other Ray County High School Golden Eagle alumnus of who is arguably the best athlete of all time to come out of Ray County. Now, granted, I was born in 1987. I listened to a podcast this past week that informed me that McDonald's actually changed the way they prepared French fries starting in 1990. I highly recommend that you check out McDonald's Broke My Heart on the Revisionist History podcast by Malcolm Gladwell. If you're wondering why the fries don't taste as good, they actually started preparing them a different way in 1990. I say all that to say my opinion on this is very biased.
Here we go.
And what I'm getting at is we would love to have you all tweet in, right on the Facebook for Ray Review, who you believe is the greatest Ray County athlete of all time. So we're going to see some great athletes on the field tonight. So I have to give my personal opinion, of course. Once again, being born in 87, anyone before 87, maybe you're Alonzo Banks, some of those types that are in these Ray County record books, I won't be familiar with. So in my opinion, the greatest athlete I saw in my lifetime, I'm going to give that to James Garmany for what I was able to see him do on the football field and the basketball court. But we would love to have your breadth of opinions. Obviously, Andy Kelly could qualify, Matt Riggs. There's tons of great athletes that have come through our school. We'd love to hear who you think it is. I will stop blabbering, and we will get to the action here. It is Christian Simon with the opening carry. He picks up about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for your Golden Eagles.
And you can see there has been a little shift in the backfield for Ray County. Christian Simon has been moved to a wingback position from the fullback position. As I understood, Jackson Langley, a sophomore, was going to.
I believe that is Jackson Langley, split out wide left. Simon is going to get the carry again on 2nd down. He's going to stumble towards the 30, pick up another 2. We'll call it 3rd and a long 3.
So I'm very curious to see how Jackson Langley steps in. It's a big, big role for him to come in as a sophomore. Great young man, looking to see big things out of Jackson.
But that is it's a little hard to see up here with my 30-year-old eyes. I believe that is actually Hayden Frazier we're seeing starting at quarterback tonight as well.
It is.
His 1 kind of bleeds in to look like a 7 like Zach's, but that is Hayden getting the nod at quarterback. So we'll have to have our sideline reporter see if we can get a little information if Zach's
that
ankle
is our first. It's going to be our first
Ray County Lazy Boy first down. We'll have to have Larissa Cannon see if we can get some scoop on whether or not Zach is still favoring that ankle and if we should expect to see him in tonight. Also curious to see how much of Gavin Morrison we will see out of the backfield. It looks like he is checked in here on this first down, and as I mentioned him, he will, of course, get the ball now. He bounces off one would-be tackler. He's still on his feet. The impact from the initial hit caused him to eventually go to the ground, but not before he was able to pick up 7. We'll call it 6, actually. It will be 2nd and 4. So, Elmer, some definitely positive signs here on the first offensive possession for the Golden Eagles.
Absolutely. Some great looks from Ray County against this defense. Start this ball game.
Coach Pemberton and staff definitely looking to establish the run here, as we are wont to do. Second down handoff is going to go to Christian Simon. He bounces back to the inside, breaks one tackler. He's going to get ahead across the 40. It looks like where they're going to spot him, and that will be it's going to be very close. They may even have to bring out the markers. They will.
They are.
Nope, they will not. They you know what? It's week 2. They're in a little bit better shape this week. They don't need to blow the whistle as much. That is another Ray County Lazy Boy first down. First down handoff goes to Simon. He bounces out around the left end. He's still on his feet. He's going to be met by a tackler very near another first down. I believe he's going to come up just half a yard short. But another solid first down pickup by Christian Simon.
So Hayden Frazier, affectionately known by friends as Chig, has stepped right in and is moving this offense down the field. And that's going to be enough for your third.
Ray County Lazy Boy, first down. Christian Simon continues to move the chains here for the Golden Eagles in the first quarter. And not exactly sure, of course, what the status is with Zach Pemberton, but you can tell, Elmer, by where he is positioned on the sideline, standing right next to his father and the offensive coordinator, or one of the offensive coaches. Can't tell from up here that he is just dying to get in that game, but I'm sure he is providing great support to Hayden and the guys on the sideline. First and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. Simon's number is called once again. Still on his feet, bounces out into Blackman territory inside their 45. It is going to be a pickup of about 5. It'll bring up second down and 5. Handoff this time goes to number 23. That is Jackson Langley. He's able to pick up, I would say, a yard. It will be 3rd and 4 now. Elmer, what can you tell me about Hayden Frazier's arm?
He has a good arm. He's got a good arm. He's quick on his feet, and you might be able to see. You'll likely be able to see for yourself here real soon.
Sure. A pre-snap flag here. We will stand by for the official call. Looks like there was a little bit of confusion perhaps on the Ray County line.
No, that's offsides on Blackman, and that's going to be another Ray County first down. And they are chewing this clock.
And Elmer, when you're playing a team, a 6A team like Blackman, anything you can do to motivate yourself and to instill a little bit of belief in your boys that they are more than capable of beating this team, continuing to move the chains, and if we were able to get an early touchdown here, you got to think that would only bode well for our confidence. First down handoff goes to Christian Simon once again. He continues to bounce off tacklers. Simon running like a man on a mission here early in the first quarter is going to pick up another solid gain of 5. It will be 2nd and 5. We're getting some early responses in to my proposed question of who the best athlete was at Ray County High School in the school's history. We do have an official vote for the worst athlete in school history. That would be a gentleman who held the 9-hole scoring record for the golf team for many years, which included some very controversial shots, perhaps were out of bounds. a chip in or 2 or 5. I can't remember. That would be Josh Shaver, the official first vote for the worst athlete in school history. And I don't want to put anyone down, but I couldn't agree more. So it is 3rd and 4 here. Ray County with the ball at the Blackman 33. It is Jackson Langley lined up directly behind Frazier, who's now going to split out to the right. Gavin Morrison out wide to the left on the end. Frazier is going to call a timeout. So with 5:19 in the first quarter, we're not at all up at zeros, but Ray County has looked very promising here on their first offensive drive. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you want the best in local football, you want the Ray County Eagles. And when you want the best in local auto service, you want JB's Auto Sales and Service. Honest and dependable, right down Back Valley Road from Eagle Stadium in Evansville.
You know that old box of home movies you got in your attic? Everybody's got one. Maybe you got VHS tapes, VHS-C, mini DV, high 8, or maybe even you got Super 8 or 16 millimeter. Well, anyway, whatever you have, you haven't been able to watch it for years because it's an obsolete format. Wouldn't you love to be able to see those old videos of your kids as children, family members that are no longer with you, or even cool events that you shot long ago and haven't seen in years? Hi, my name is Alex Powers, and I'm the owner of a new store that's just started up in Dayton, Tennessee.
3rd and 4 here. Handoff is going to go to Christian Simon. He's trying to fight for the first down. He is going to be forced out short of the marker. That was Simon's 10th carry on the night. Up until that point, he had 9 carries for 36 yards, averaging a solid 4 yards a carry. But it will be decision time now for Coach Pemberton and staff. It is 4th and 6. As we lost a couple yards there on 3rd down, and it looks like Coach Pemberton is going to let the clock wind down a little bit and is actually going to take his second timeout. So we will be back in just a moment.
It all starts with a good foundation. Because if your foundation is solid, it'll take care of itself for many years to come. Hey, Charlie, I really appreciate all your help.
Man, I'm glad to do it, Coach. That is one heck of a mailbox.
Brick by brick.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols.
And on behalf of all of us at Farm Bureau Insurance, go Eagles.
All right, and we're back.
And it looks like Coach Pemberton is going to go for it here on 4th down. Frazier rolls out to the right. He looks. It is going to be slightly underthrown, intended for Jackson Langley, and it will be a turnover on down to the Blackman Blaze.
It was one heck of a drive. Took a lot of time off the clock.
Ray County able to eat up almost 7 full minutes, 5:08 remaining here in the first quarter. And Elmer, now we are going to get a look at our first look of the night at Master Teague and that Blackman offense.
Uh-oh.
Handoff here on 1st down is going to go to Cordell Braxton, who is going to be met with aggression in the backfield. He is going to be stopped for no gain. It will be 2nd and 10. Bradley Evans in with the big hit, able to get to Braxton and prevent him from picking up any yards. Here on 2nd down, the ball is going to be thrown and nearly intercepted. That was Reese Cooley. Was able to break up the pass. Carson's pass Looks like it was intended for Trey Knox, one of those key players we mentioned in the pregame.
Our stream just froze up, and we missed that play by Reese Cooley. I was trying to revive it, and I missed it myself. Very disappointed in that. Hope to see some more. And that's some defense right there, boys.
Connor Mitchell's pass, this time caught by Cordell Braxton. But it is 4th and 4, and it looks like Blackman will bring on the punting squad. So, Elmer,
wow.
I would say an absolutely incredible start to this game for the Ray County defense to force a 3-and-out. And, Elmer, maybe it's just because I was excited to see him run, but I'm completely shocked that Teague did not touch the ball there. I'm also okay with it. So back deep to receive the punt for the Golden Eagles is Christian Simon. It's a wobbly punt. Looks like it is going to take a bounce for Blackman and finally going to roll out near the 17-yard line where the Golden Eagles will take back over on offense. So, Elmer, the O-line and our backs definitely getting the job done on our first offensive possession. I wouldn't be surprised at all to see us go back to Christian Simon. See if he can continue to move the ball forward. He is split out wide to the right once again. Langley also back there. Gavin Morrison's going to come around from the left side. He gets the ball here on first down. Going to be met pretty quickly near the 20. Might have picked up 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Frazier working out of the shotgun here. Langley stepping around to his left. Handoff going to go to Christian Simon here on 2nd down. He looked like he was tackled, but it looked like he actually rode the defender. Not sure if he was ever down. Unfortunately, they have disallowed the Ray Review instant replay as
we're bringing it back right here.
An objector of truth. Well, I was going to say that the referees are unfortunately not allowed to consult at Elmer to get the call correct. We will see if he actually was down here.
What a play. His knee never touched.
Couldn't tell from that necessarily. Elmer, being a true homer, definitely thinks his knee was at least 20 feet off the ground and was nowhere near brushing the surface. Unfortunately, Elmer is not wearing stars and stripes, and it is 3rd and 12 here for your Golden Eagles. Handoff is going to go to Langley, who was going to be met by Matthew Hall in on the stop. And the Golden Eagles will be forced to punt. So Chandler Kaler on to punt. Back deep to receive the punt for Blackman is Jameis Carson as well as Connor Mitchell. Before we can even get started here on 4th down, there is a flag on the field. So it is going to be a false start against Ray County. That will back them up 5. And now Chandler Kaler will be forced to punt from his own end zone. Interesting, Elmer, that the quarterback is back to be one of the potential receivers here on this punt. You don't see that often. Kaler with an end-over-end punt that is going to be fielded by 8 near the 30. He's still on his feet. Going to be brought down finally near the Ray County red zone. It will be 1st and 10 for Blackman at the Ray County 22. Jameis Carson there with a nice return. And Blackman in a little bit of a scary place here, Elmer. Teague is going to get the ball here on 1st down. He is going to be swallowed up by a host of Eagles Peyton Duggar leading the charge there for the Ray County defense on that tackle. Teague picked up maybe a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. Just over a minute left here in the first quarter. 0-0, Blackman and Ray County. Teague gets the ball on 2nd down. Runs to his own blocker, still on his feet. Barreling ahead, going to be brought down inside the 20. Where it will be 3rd and 5.
And you can see that band rocking the house, the Golden Eagle Marching Band. Back to
T gets the ball for the 3rd straight time here. He is going to be stopped short of the first down marker.
So it's 4th and 2.
It is 4th and 2. Blackman is going to elect to go for it here. Lining up in the I formation. Mitchell under center. Going to go to Teague for the 4th straight time, who is going to dive ahead. It'd be very close to a first down. Looks like they're going to spot him at the 10, and that will be enough to move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Blaze. So, Elmer, after not touching the ball at all the first offensive possession, Teague has gotten it 4 straight times here and picked up 12 yards. That horn indicates it is the end of the first quarter. The score, Ray County 0, Blackman 0. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
As part of Ray Medical Center, Professional Therapy Services of Ray County shares the same commitment to excellence as Ray County Athletics. Allow our professional staff to get you back in the game.
Providing physical therapy for Ray Medical Center. The right care right here in Ray County.
Our staff at Professional Therapy supports Ray County Athletics.
Go Eagles! Woo! Get back in the game!
You don't find people like we have here anywhere else. They're hardworking, loyal, engaged, supportive. Just look at how pumped the whole town gets on Friday nights in the fall. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. So for me, it was never a question of where am I going to practice. I want to be in my hometown, serving the best people around. I'm Mackenzie Bowling, and I look forward to helping you find your smile.
All right, we're back to the action. That's going to be
Mitchell fakes the handoff to T, keeps it himself, and is able to scramble into the end zone. So to get the second quarter started here, Blackman strikes first. Connor Mitchell with an 11-yard touchdown run. Thomas Burks on for the PAT. It is up and it is good. So with 11:54 left in the second quarter, Blackman on top of Ray County 7-0. We're going to do our best to send it down to our sideline reporter and get a quick update on Zach Pemberton's status. And I believe we're going to be able to go ahead and do that right now. So, Larissa, when you get the chance, I'd love to hear how Zach is doing.
Mic check, 1, 2, mic check. He was hurt last week. Coming off the field, I actually rolled his ankle. They kept him out of practice all week, kept him in a boot, protecting his ankle. But if they can prevent him from playing tonight, they're going to keep him out and save him for next week, make sure that he's fresh and ready for next week, give him another week to heal up. So we won't see him in this game unless it becomes a critical situation and we need him back on the field. So that's all we have for you now. Back to you.
All right. Thank you for that, Larissa.
While she was giving us that report, Burke's kickoff went into the end zone, so the Golden Eagles will take over on offense at the 20. So Elmer only trusts me with a microphone and not a walkie-talkie, so Elmer is going to repeat Zach's status, so I have a little bit of an idea what's going on.
He is not playing this week. He is looking to be ready and prepared for the region opener at Walker Valley in the Corral
Frazier's
next week.
Pass here on first down intended for Gavin Morrison just goes through his hands. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Golden Eagles. Definitely got to protect Zach's ankle there. Don't want to take any risk, especially, as you mentioned, Elmer, with next week being the region opener on the road at Walker Valley. We got one score of interest coming from Bearden, and I only know that because my brother has texted me. He teaches at Bearden. Bearden is up 14-7 on our opponent from last week, the Cleveland Blue Raiders. Handoff here goes to Gavin Morrison on 2nd down. He is going to barrel ahead, going to get close to the first down marker, a pickup of at least 7. We'll call it 7. It'll be 3rd and 3 for the Golden Eagles. Frazier gets the snap, going to hand off to Morrison here, who's going to dive ahead across the 30, and he will have enough for a Ray County Lazy Boy first down. Looks like Blackman has a player shaken up. That's number 8, Jameis Carson, who now pops up and is going to run off on his own power to his sideline. Langley going into motion behind Frazier here. Handoff going to go to Christian Simon. He's out around the left end, dives ahead. Might have picked up one. It'll be 2nd and 9 for the Golden Eagles. Frazier going to hand off the ball to Gavin Morrison here on 2nd down. He's going to leap ahead for a pickup of 5. It'll be 3rd and 4.
That was Jackson Langley. Jackson Langley with the carry, young sophomore. 3rd in a somewhat manageable 5. Big 3rd down for Ray County.
Going to fake the handoff to Morrison. Pass across the middle intended for the big tight end, Caleb Laws, just out of his reach.
Little too hot. Little too hot for Caleb.
I do like the fact, Elmer, that Coach Pemberton is giving Frazier an opportunity to get some reps and some confidence back there throwing the football.
Chandler Taylor to punt.
It's a beautiful spiraling punt that is going to travel and be fielded at the 20 by Jameis Carson, who is going to be brought down at the 25. So Chandler Taylor with a beautiful spiraling punt.
It's going to be Jose Marquez with the stop, number 32. Ray County senior.
Mitchell working out of the shotgun, joined by Teague in the backfield for Blackman. Mitchell rolls out to his left. The ball is going to be knocked down by Jay Graham with a one-handed deflection. Mitchell's ball intended for Braxton. Graham makes a nice defensive stop there.
Keep in mind, this is a defensive team. This is a defensive stance on a team that put up 62 points in that week one game against Hendersonville. Explosive offense.
Mitchell going to give the ball to Teague this time, who powers ahead. And he is going to get into the end zone. So that is Master Teague with a 76-yard touchdown run right up the middle. Burks on to attempt the PAT for Blackman. And it is good.
It's going to be good. We'll take another quick look. This run by Teague. That's enough. So we're going to take a quick break and be right back.
It all starts with a good foundation. Because if your foundation is solid, it'll take care of itself for many years to come. Hey, Charlie, I really appreciate all your help.
Man, I'm glad to do it, Coach. That is one heck of a mailbox.
Brick by brick.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols.
And on behalf of all of us at Farm Bureau Insurance, go Eagles.
So we're back.
Burks with another impressive kickoff here. Going to land in the back of the Ray County end zone. So the Golden Eagles will take over on offense at their own 20. Elmer, we mentioned it in the pregame. Teague, one of the marquee players in the state, currently going off at about number 20 in the national rankings for running backs and about 3, I believe, in the state of Tennessee. He is a verbal commit. Actually, he may have already put pen to paper and signed with the Ohio State University, so he'll be going up to play for Coach Urban Meyer. Frazier out of the shotgun here on first down. It is going to be a pre-snap flag. Is going to be encroachment against the Blaze defense. The second time we've seen that out of them tonight. So they will gift us 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 5 now for Ray County. And Elmer, with an athlete like Teague, there's just not a lot to say other than he good.
He good.
Yeah, he is impressive. Simon here with the carry on second down. He's going to Power ahead, going to be brought down just shy of the first down marker. It'll be 2nd and a long 1.
And they are really crowding that box. They are really squeezing in on that front line of Ray County.
We got Jaden Austin splitting out wide to the right here. And Frazier alone in the backfield working out of the shotgun. Ball will go to Simon once again. He's going to get out to the 36, and we'll have plenty for a Ray County Lazy Boy first down. So some more positive signs here out of the Ray County offense. And Elmer, in a game like this, you're down 2 scores early. You just got to continue to establish what you do best, the run, try to move the chains, and get on the board. Of course, we know this Golden Eagle team is coached to never say never. They're not going to quit. They're not going to stop believing. They're going to continue to fight until the final whistle. Morrison's number here called on 2nd down, and he is going to pick up a gain of 15 for another Ray County Lazy Boy first down. Elmer, what was I just saying? What was I just saying? Elmer's speechless, folks. So a fresh set of sticks for the Golden Eagles at midfield. Frazier out of the shotgun. Joined by Langley. Handoff is going to go to Gavison Morrison, who's going to have another Ray County Lazy Boy first down. So one of the key performers for your Golden Eagles in Week 1, Gavin Morrison, continues to establish himself as a premier back for Coach Pemberton and the staff. 2 back-to-back first down pickups at the legs of Morrison. Morrison's number called once again. He spins off a would-be tackler and is going to dive ahead. Pick up close to 4. We'll call it 2nd and 6. Looks like that is Jordan Brown who's having to tie his shoe, going with the traditional over-under through and through for the Blackman defense. I would say that is the old-school tying method for sure, Elmer.
Old school.
I don't know what they taught back in your day, but did you guys, you had shoes? Okay,
we did.
Okay, we did have shoes. Good. Frazier working out of the shotgun here on 3rd down, joined by Langley in the backfield. Handoff is going to go to Langley, who's going to break off a few tacklers and get out to the 20.
There is a flag down.
There is a late flag. It was near where the tackle took place. I can't imagine this would be going against the Golden Eagles in any way. I didn't see a face mask or anything, but based on where the flag was thrown.
And his dad is tuning in from, I believe, Afghanistan, or he just had just returned recently, but he may be tuning in from Afghanistan. We want to give a big shout-out to him, and that's a big Ray County Lazy Boy first down from Jackson Langley.
His dad's in Afghanistan?
Yes, sir.
I'm getting emotional. I didn't know we had viewers watching in the sandbox. That's awesome. I hope he is. I was going to give a shout-out to Victor Underwood, but he's just watching in Chattanooga with his lovely wife, Anna and Harper. How you guys doing? Glad you're tuning in tonight. It is 1st and goal for your Golden Eagles, trying to get a little bit of that swagger and confidence that we were talking about. Frazier out of the shotgun, handoff going to go to Morrison. He's got room up the right sideline. He's still powering ahead, going to finally be drugged down at the 3, and the Golden Eagle faithful are coming to life.
Let's take a look at this replay, sponsored by Ray Medical Center. You see him finding the edge and just driving forwards. Wow. Down to the 2. See Jaden Austin, wide receiver Jaden Austin, out far on the far side.
Christian Simon with the carry on second down, and that is a Ray County Lazy Boy touchdown.
Shazam, Ray County. Christian Simon. Let's take another look at this replay from Ray Medical Center. Untouched. Wow, what a hole for Christian Simon.
And the Golden Eagles are on the board. So Hayden Frazier going to change hats here and step on for the PAT. His kick is up, and it is good. So with 6:05 left in the second quarter, Golden Eagles are on the board. They trail Blackman 14-7. We'll be back in just a moment.
As part of Ray Medical Center, Professional Therapy Services of Ray County shares the same commitment to excellence as Ray County Athletics. Allow our professional staff to get you back in the game.
Providing physical therapy for Ray Medical Center. The right care right here in Ray County.
Our staff at Professional Therapy supports Ray County Athletics.
Go Eagles! Woo! Get back in the game!
Ray County with a touchdown run by Christian Simon. Gavin Morrison with some huge pickups in that drive, and Ray County is on the board. It is going to be a little bit of a shorter kick by the Golden Eagles, fielded near the 18. That is Jameis Connor Murphy with a big return for the Blaze. Going to finally be brought down at the Ray County 45, and there is a post-whistle flag near the Ray County sideline. A flag that late usually indicates some sort of late hit or unsportsmanlike conduct. Elmer, we will wait to see what the official word is. So it is a personal foul against the Golden Eagles. And Elmer, you just can't afford to make mistakes like that, especially after a big return by the Blaze. So it will be 1st and 10 for Blackman at the Ray County 30.
Great field position, obviously, for Blackman after the huge run by Mitchell and the foul.
Teague is going to get the ball here on 1st down.
Got a huge hold, but we've got a flag that's coming in.
Elmer, you mentioned he did have a very large gap to run through there. Hopefully it came dishonestly, and they will be moving this one back. We will wait for the official call. The ball is definitely coming back towards the original line of scrimmage. Oh, that's why. There was holding. That's why that hole was there, Elmer. I thought it looked a little unnatural. So Blackman will give back 5 of those yards that we gave them on our personal foul. 10 of those yards. Correction, I'm sorry. I'll read the rule book officially.
Just like to remind our viewers that this is the number 2 ranked team in the state. In 6A, we're only 5A. In the biggest classification in the state, in Blackman, only behind Maryville.
Pass here on 2nd down goes to Trey Knox, who's going to be drug out of bounds near the 30, back near the original line of scrimmage. Elmer, you said that somewhat apologetically, as if we're down 4 scores. Ray County is right in this football game. We are competing with a higher classification with some incredible athletes.
Yeah, the very top of the 6A class.
Mitchell, handoff to Teague here. on second down. He's going to break a couple tackles, still on his feet at the 15, now at the 10, taking a couple Ray County defenders with him. Going to get out of bounds at the 7, where it'll be first and goal for the Blaze.
That's worth a second look. Catch the end of that play. Yeah, he's hard to handle. Definitely hard to handle.
So first and goal here for Blackman. Teague's number called once again. He's powering ahead towards the goal line. Going to be stopped near the 5. So second and goal here for the Blaze. Elmer, I'd like to give a personal shout out to one of our sponsors this year, Richland Creek Dental. I got a little work done there around lunchtime today. My gum was so inflamed I was not going to be able to talk tonight, which would have been, of course, a blessing for all of the community. But thanks to the fantastic work of Dr. Mackenzie Bowling, I am here and blabbering away. Teague with the carry on second down, going to be brought down. Definitely go check out his spot there downtown if you get the chance. A beautiful facility, and he does a fantastic job. He will be getting my money for years to come.
Absolutely. What a great addition he has built. Beautiful office right downtown, right beside Eyes on Main. Two of my favorite sponsors.
Yeah. It would be awesome if there was also a knee doctor and a toe doctor beside them. Then it could be like eyes, ears, knees, and toes. Well, you'd have to change the ears to the teeth. You understand what I'm trying to say.
I do.
Third down for Blackman. Back to the action. It is going to be quarterback keeper here. Mitchell going to be swallowed up at the 5. Ray County will force a 4th and goal.
Met first by Chandler Kaler.
So
junior linebacker.
Blackman actually going to bring on the special teams unit here. It looks like Burks is going to get a chance to show off his leg. We've, of course, seen some impressive kickoffs from him. The kick is up, and it is good. Just sneaked inside the right upright. But Elmer, a very impressive defensive stand there. First and goal for the Blaze, and Ray County forces them to kick a field goal.
Absolutely great stop by the Eagles. You can definitely tell defensive coordinator Taylor Owenby did his homework in preparation for this game. Now we're look to see with Chick Frazier if he can get settled in. Hayden Frazier, backup quarterback for Ray County. If he can get settled in, the Eagles may be able to get a little bit more going and give the Blaze a run for the money.
So 3:39 left here in the first half of the contest. Blackman leading 17-7. So it'll be Simon.
Be sure to tune in for the halftime show, sponsored by Nokia and Tires, Golden Eagle Marching Band, some stats, highlights, and scores from around the region and around the state.
Burke's kickoff is going to travel into the back of the Ray County end zone once again, so the Golden Eagles will start at their own 20. So Elmer, with 3:39 left here in the second quarter, you got to believe that Coach Pemberton would love to try to get 7 more on the board to get to halftime.
Absolutely, and he certainly doesn't want to put the ball back in their hands before this half is out.
I suspect we will see a lot of groundwork here and probably make as much use of the play clock as we can. First and 10, Golden Eagles from their 20. A little bit of an awkward motion there coming out of the snap. There is a flag. Looks like it is going to be a false start against the Golden Eagles. That'll back them up 5. It'll be first and 15. Something just didn't seem right there, Elmer. I don't know if one of the linemen wasn't down or if it was a hard count. It will back us up 5. Austin split out wide to the right. Frazier working out of the shotgun, joined by Langley in the backfield. Handoff going to go to Gavin Morrison here, who breaks a tackle in the backfield. There is a flag on the play. Morrison picks up a yard. We'll stand by to see what the flag is all about.
Here you can see a close look at Chig Frazier, Hayden Frazier.
It's like the officials.
Great young man.
So it is a hold against the Golden Eagles. That will back us up 10 more. So it will be first and 23 now for Ray County. And Elmer, the Golden Eagles certainly not making it easy on themselves here. A couple costly penalties to start this drive. Frazier takes the snap, going to fake the handoff, rolls back, getting blitzed. The pass is going to be thrown and caught by Christian Simon, who's at the 40, the 50, the 45, 40, still on his feet, the 30. He's going to be down to the 15, still on his feet, breaking a tackle inside the 5. It is Frazier to Simon for a huge gain.
Wow, no, that's definitely a Ray County Lazy Boy touchdown right there.
Well,
what a play.
I think we're a little short of the goal line, Elmer. I appreciate your enthusiasm. They're going to mark it at the 2.
No, that's only a first down.
Okay, you mentioned touchdown. I know we're all excited here, but we didn't score. But a huge play by the Golden Eagles.
We're watching a replay of that right now. Wow. We'll come back to that. But we absolutely don't want to miss this play coming up from inside the 5.
Frazier set now. Handoff going to go to Gavin Morrison. He's got the edge. He's into the end zone for a Ray County Lazy Boy touchdown. So Elmer, I owe Coach Pemberton and the staff a huge apology. We obviously took those 2 penalties intentionally to pad Frazier's stats there. He wanted to go to the air. Brilliant strategy by the Ray County coaches there.
What a pass by Hayden Frazier, and what a catch and yards pickup after the catch by Christian Simon.
Well, the referee was actually talking to the Ray County coaches. I believe the time on the scoreboard was incorrect. I think it was supposed to read 3:12. Some time ran off after the touchdown. No doubt whoever was running the clock got a little bit excited and forgot to press stop. Can't blame them after some exciting plays there for the Golden Eagles. So, Elmer, you mentioned that Coach Pemberton didn't want to give the ball back to Blackman, but perhaps at the exchange of 7 points, he might just be okay with that. It's a high snap, but the kick is up, and it is good.
It's going to be Hayden Frazier with the kick. Point after. For the Ray County Golden Eagles.
A huge turn of events there for the Golden Eagles. Took 15 yards plus in penalties. Backed up deep inside their own territory. Coach Pemberton calls somewhat of an audible. Throws the ball deep to Christian Simon. And Ray County has scored again. With 3:12 left in the second quarter. It is Blackman 17, Ray County 14. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you want the best in local football, you want the Ray County Eagles. And when you want the best in local auto service, you want JB's Auto Sales and Service. Honest and dependable, right down Back Valley Road from Eagle Stadium in Evansville.
Rice's kick is going to be fielded by Teague at the 10. Cuts into the middle of the field, the 20, still on his feet. Going to be brought down by his shoelaces around the 35.
First and 10, Blackman at the 35.
3:04 left here in the second quarter. Blackman with the ball, first and 10 at their own 35. They lead the Golden Eagles 17-14. Mitchell working out of the shotgun. Teague, the lone back in the backfield. Mitchell looks left. The ball is going to be thrown and caught by Cordell Braxton, who's still on his feet at the Ray County sideline. Going to be hit near the 50. He will have enough for a Blackman first down.
Mitchell's pass complete to Braxton. Brought down just across midfield. Kaler. First down, Blaze at the 49.
First down here, Teague's number is called. Up the middle, he's going to be brought down by Bradley Evans and company inside the Ray County territory. Teague with a pickup of 5. It will be 2nd and 5. Clock continues to roll. 2:40 showing left in the second quarter. Mitchell fakes the handoff to Teague, keeps it, bounces out to the right side, still on his feet. Nearly breaks a couple Ray County tackles at the 35, finally brought down at the 32, where it will be 1st and 10 for Blackman. So Blackman coming out extremely hungry here, looking to score before the end of the first half. Mitchell looks right, pass is going to be caught by Trey Knox. He's going to be brought down near the 20. It'll be a pickup of 9, just shy of the first down marker. 2nd and 1 now for Blackman. 2 minutes left here in the opening half. Elmer, you got to think that if the Golden Eagles could somehow get a stop here and go to the locker room only down 3 at halftime, that would be huge. Mitchell looking towards the end zone. He airs it out left. There are some Golden Eagle defenders down there. But Trey Knox makes an athletic play and brings it in for a Blackman touchdown. Some of the Ray County fans here think that Knox might have gotten away with a push-off. I didn't quite see it. It looks like he just made a good move to get in position for the ball. Burks on here for the PAT. His kick is nearly blocked by Doug White, but it is good. With 1:43 left in the second quarter, Blackman now leads 24-14.
As part of Ray Medical Center, Professional Therapy Services of Ray County shares the same commitment to excellence as Ray County Athletics. Allow our professional staff to get you back in the game.
Providing physical therapy for Ray Medical Center. The right care right here in Ray County.
Our staff at Professional Therapy supports Ray County Athletics.
Go Eagles! Woo! Get back in the game!
So Burks here to kick off for Blackman, back deep to receive for the Golden Eagles, Simon and Smith. Burks will boot another one deep into the Ray County end zone, and the Eagles will take over at their own 20 once again.
Absolutely. Be sure to hang around for the halftime show with the Golden Eagle Marching Band. We're going to have some stats and some of the game highlights and also scores from around the region. Talk to Tennessee High School football guru Cameron Meadows
And, of course, our standard halftime interview, we'll try to snag a couple quick questions with Coach Pemberton before he hits the locker room. Simon with the carry here on first down. He bounces out to the 20. Going to be pushed backwards, but not before picking up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Golden Eagles do have 1 timeout left. Minute 30 left here in the first quarter. Clock is running. Frazier puts Hanley into motion. Langley, correction. Handoff is going to go to Gavin Morrison, who's going to be met immediately.
Morrison carries, brought down by Brown. Carson. Timeout. Please.
So Blackman will elect to call a timeout here. Not going to be content with letting Ray County try to run out the remainder of the second quarter clock. 53 seconds remain here in the first half. Blackman lead the Golden Eagles 24-14. Elmer, what has been most impressive from the Ray County squad thus far here tonight?
I've seen some great things out of the offense and defense. I don't know if it would be the touchdown pass from Hayden to Frazier, some of the big stops on defense. It's really seen some good things out of Ray County. Only trailing by 10 right now.
3rd and 6 here for the Golden Eagles. Frazier going to roll out to the right. His pass is going to be incomplete. Smart play there by Frazier. Saw that his receiver was covered up and threw it out of bounds. So it'll be 4th and 6 now. Chandler Kaler will run on with the special teams unit to punt. It is 48 seconds left here in the second quarter. Mitchell and Carson back deep to receive the punt for the Blaze. Chandler Kaler, his punt is going to take a Ray County bounce at the 50 and now starts to actually roll back towards the 50. Going to be touched down by Aubrey Smith, very close to the 50-yard line. So Elmer, with 37 seconds left, the Blaze will take over the ball on offense. They do have 2 timeouts remaining and a very strong-arm quarterback in Connor Mitchell.
A lot of weapons.
Trey Knox lined up out wide to the left near the Ray County sideline. Teague in the backfield. Mitchell working out of the shotgun. Handoff going to be fake to Teague. Pass over the middle. Caught by number 11, Elijah Lane. Only going to take 8 seconds off the clock while they reset the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Blackman from the Ray County 32. Ray County really needs to dig in here and prevent Blackman from getting any more points. Teague gets the ball on 2nd down. A huge stop by Reynolds and company for Ray County. It'll be 2nd and 6. Blackman calls another timeout to stop the clock with 23 seconds left in the second quarter. And Elmer, Ray County defense just has to find a way to prevent that defeating blow that would be Blackman posting any amount of points here before halftime. If you can hang 14 and only trail by 10 against a formidable opponent like the Blaze, you never know what can happen in the second half with a little back valley rally here in Evansville. Coming out of the timeout, Mitchell will work out of the shotgun. Teague goes into motion. Mitchell looks towards Teague, now looking to the right. He has got Trey Knox with the catch. Going to be brought down at the 18.
They're definitely in field goal range. They're within distance. But I think they're looking to take one shot at the end zone.
Mitchell is going to spike the ball here. 14 seconds left in the second quarter. They do have one timeout left. And we, of course, have seen some very impressive kickoffs from their kicker, Burks. Definitely has the leg if they needed to go that route. Hoping that is not even an option and the Golden Eagles get a big stop here. 2nd and 10. Mitchell takes the snap. He rolls back, looks across the middle. He has got a man. The ball is caught. It looks like it might have come out on a fumble. No, they're going to actually now indicate a touchdown for Blackman.
Mitchell's pass, complete the lane, hit near the goal line, and fumbles recovered by Braxton for a Blackman touchdown.
So PA announcer Shane Johnson actually did see the fumble, but it was recovered, unfortunately, by Blackman, and they have scored again. The point after is up, and it is good. So with 7 seconds left in the first half, Blackman now leads Rhea County 31-14. We'll be back in just a moment.
In today's media-saturated culture, teens need to know that every decision matters, on and off the field. The Edge strives to provide students with the education, direction, and guidance they need for a life of excellence. Offering Healthy Choices education for middle and high school, we believe that every child can succeed. We have resources for parents too. For more information, contact Tiffany Soyster at 775-0019.
And Burke's kickoff is going to go out of the back of the end zone once again. So the Golden Eagles will take over at their own 20. (31-14), Blackman leads. Elmer, definitely a little bit of wind taken out of the sails of the Golden Eagles, but as I mentioned, this is not a team that is coached to just lay down. I definitely expect them to come out with some tenacity in the second half.
Yeah, they're not going to lay down. This is only a 17-point game. Look for Pemberton to make some adjustments at halftime.
Gavin Morrison with the carry here. He's out across the 25 to the 30. Ball's going to come out after the whistle. They're going to say he's down, and it won't matter because there is no time left. The play will be blown dead, and that will be the half. So we're going to send it down now here in just a moment and try to snag a quick interview with Coach Pemberton. Sideline cameraman Brian Cameron bringing us some fantastic action here in the first half, and of course Larissa Cannon with some great sideline reporting are standing by. And we will go down to them in just a second to hear from Coach Pemberton. And we're going to go down there right now.
Blackman's been inching away. What will your strategy be coming into the second half?
Well, we got to change the way we're covering them for one thing. We didn't cover them very well as far as their passing game goes, but we're going to have to be able to hit a few throws in the second half and continue to run the ball and hope we can get back in it in the third quarter. You know, we got to get them shut out in that third quarter, maybe get a couple scores in and make it close going into the fourth. But we got to do a better job against their passing game. We're just giving them too much.
Okay, and we miss seeing Zach out here. Chig's doing a great job for us at quarterback. Is there any chance that we might see Zach play at all this game?
No, he's not 100%. Chig's doing a good job, so I'm going to leave him in there.
Thank you, Coach. All right, guys, we're going to try to catch the band, and for now, back up to you.
Pemberton definitely pointed out some of the struggles we were having with their passing attack. Going to need to dig in a little bit there at the corners. And then, of course, also a little bit of an update there from Coach on his son, Zach. But as we mentioned, Chig has done an absolutely fantastic job, had that huge pass play to Christian Simon. And the Golden Eagles are not out of this contest by any stretch of the imagination. At the half, they trail Blackman 31-14. We will turn it over now to our sponsors and the band and our guru, Cam Meadows, and I will talk to you guys in the third quarter.
At Lazy Boy, safety and quality go hand in hand.
At Lazy Boy, we have an award-winning safety program. World-class safety performance requires that all 1,400 American craftsmen work safely each and every day. Safety commitment is safety excellence. Safety excellence is team commitment. We want you to be part of this team. Go Eagles.
If you're interested in joining our award-winning team, stop by our Lazy Boy office to submit an application or give us a call at 775-3900.
You bought a big rig to get the job done, to hold its ground, to protect your kid. You need the Nokian Rotiva HT, providing safety, comfort, confidence. Built for your heavy vehicle, ready for face-to-face contact with the daily perils of the open road. Nokian Tires, where safety begins.
At Lazy Boy, safety and quality go.
Drum majors are Samantha Price, Brooklyn Cassie, Selena Kyle, and Madison Colbert. This season's show is entitled All Roads Lead Home, and tonight will include the movements: Magical Mystery Tour by the Beatles, Ride by 21 Pilots, Drum majors, is your band ready to start your journey home? Ladies and gentlemen, the Rhea County High School Band. County High School Band is led by Director Gabriel LaHaas and assisted by Brian Massengale and Sean Sneed. Percussion is led by Travis Williams and color guard by Kerry Williams. Percussion tech is Jamie Smith. Band president is Dakota Parsons. Woodwind captain is Destiny Wilson. Brass captain is Cody Levi. Percussion captain is Logan Roper. Guard captain is Michaela Prestridge. This week's bands and color guard pregame meal sponsors are Zaxby's, First Church in Dayton, Lazy Boy, Richland Creek Dental.
What a performance by Ray County Golden Eagle Marching Band. Welcome to the halftime show. We're going to take a quick break and be right back with Tennessee High School football guru Cam Meadows.
Kuuleeko mittaus?
Mittaus kuulee.
Mikä oli keskinopeus?
Vedon keskinopeus on 186,269 ja on uusi maailmanennätys.
Wow. What do you think about that world record, Nokian tires?
That was impressive.
Very cool to be able to kindly introduce Ray County to, and Ray County Golden Eagle fans, football fans, people tuning in about some of the, amazing things that Nokian Tires has done throughout the years. They are innovators, and we are so proud to have them come to Ray County with groundbreaking coming soon, and they'll be producing 400,000 tires a year right here in Ray County. Very glad to have them. Very happy to have them on board as a sponsor for Ray County football. Now, Cam, looking at the stats, working the stats, getting an inside view on the stats of this first half. Ray County took a tough score there towards the end of that first half.
Mm-hmm.
I know Pemberton would like to have that one back, maybe a couple other ones, but what can you say about Ray County in this first half?
Well, for the first half, looking at the stats, Ray County actually has improved their rushing this week. We actually losing Velasco, which was a tough loss, but having Langley step up this week has been a nice addition. Gavin Morrison is continuing his strong run, and Simon, I think Cleveland keyed in on him last week, so it kind of limited his production, but he's actually having a pretty good first half. Starting off with Simon, he had 17 rushes for 46 yards, 1 touchdown. Gavin Morrison, another strong first half, 74 yards on 11 rushes and 1 touchdown. And then Langley contributing 3 rushes for 19 yards. Chig, Frazier coming in, first start, or maybe his second start. He might have started one game last year. He was only 1 for 5 of the first half, but he had 1 for 5 for 91 yards. And that 91 yards was picked up by Christian Simon on 1 catch. So for Ray County, the stats look pretty good. I mean, considering who we're playing. Blackman, held held Hendersonville to 0 points last week in the first half on a 35-0 run against them. Master Teague, the Ohio State commit, had 11 rushes for 129 yards and 1 touchdown. And then Connor Mitchell, who I believe is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in the state of Tennessee, contributed 2 passing touchdowns and then ran another one in for 12 yards. So, Blackman's lived up to their hype. They've got a very good offensive team. Going to be interested to see what they can do with the Oaklands and the Riverdales over there in Murfreesboro later this year.
So let's take a look at some of the big plays in the first half. Right here, I believe that is.
Yeah, that's one of Gavin Morrison's runs. Going in right down to the 2-yard line and setting up the touchdown. Yeah, wide open hole. It was a nice run by Christian Simon right there. And then here
it is.
Here's the big one. Nice catch and grab. Then just takes off, and good fight here at the very end of this run to gain a little bit more yards after the Blackman.
Looks like he might have gotten run down. Even there at the 15, he was touched and somehow found his way to the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Christian Simon, he's always, maybe easy to underestimate because of his size, but his heart sure makes up for it, and his ability is always impressive.
Yes, it is. He is a solid football player, and anybody that knows me, knows that I praise Christian Simon's abilities. He's been impressive in the preseason, and now, getting into the regular season, he's put on a pretty good show. Yeah, last week Cleveland keyed in on him and kind of limited his production, but he still had a pretty good game. Just looking around scores from the area in our region, Knox Catholic is currently leading Baylor in Chattanooga 17-14. Bradley Central is beating their cross-county rival, Walker Valley, 21-7. Of course, we'll see Walker Valley next week at the Corral. Actually, Walker Valley's quarterback coming in tonight was the leading passer in the state of Tennessee with like 424 yards. So, and his favorite receiver, Wakefield, was up there too. I think he was like 3rd in the state of Tennessee in receiving yards. So, other teams that are in our region, Lenoir City is currently down to their rival Loudon, 24-14. And let's see here, Soddy Daisy is currently leading East Hamilton 14-7. And just one that I've been kind of tracking, Fulton right now is beating up on Knox Central 26-0. So that's a pretty big beat down for Fulton. A lot of people had that game as being a really good game coming into tonight. And just one more if I could find it. Let's see here. And nope, no score on it yet. Okay, well, there it is. Meigs County with our former coach, Jason Fitzgerald. He is currently beating a former Ray County alumni also, Josh Owensby. Meigs County is leading that game 20-0 over in Meigs County tonight. So.
And Meigs County is playing
Hickson, yes.
All right, so that in Walker Valley.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about that game and the game coming up next week?
Next week, Walker Valley came in here last year and put up a really good fight against us. They were a 2-point conversion away from beating us at the end there. Coach Ryan, he likes to gamble. He's not afraid to go for 2. He's not afraid to go for the win, and it cost him last year, and we snuck out of here with a win. But,
And Colton Gibson, the quarterback,
yes.
Wow.
Colton Gibson, he is the real deal, folks. I mean, if you saw him last year here, he put up, I think, 300-something yards against us last year, threw for over 3,000 yards last year.
What a career he's had.
Oh, yeah. He is a real deal quarterback, and he's got another good set of receivers, led by Zeke Wakefield next week.
All right, so thank you, Cameron Meadows. Always good to hear your expert analysis of tonight's game and other games. we'll get back with you. Just check on you after the game. We're going to kick it back down to our halftime sponsor, Nokian Tires, before we come back with the third quarter.
Yep. We'll
Go
be back.
Eagles.
You bought a big rig to get the job done, to hold its ground, to protect your kid. You need the Nokian Rotiva HT, providing safety, comfort, confidence. Built for your heavy vehicle, ready for face-to-face contact with the daily perils of the open road. Nokian Tires, where safety begins.
You don't find people like we have here anywhere else. They're hardworking, loyal, engaged, supportive. Just look at how pumped the whole town gets on Friday nights in the fall. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. So for me, it was never a question of where am I going to practice. I want to be in my hometown, serving the best people around. I'm Mackenzie Bowling, and I look forward to helping you find your smile.
From the doctors and staff at Eyes on Main, we welcome you to our new location on Market Street, where we proudly support Rhea County Golden Eagle football.
Go Eagles!
It all starts with a good foundation. Because if your foundation is solid, it'll take care of itself for many years to come. Hey, Charlie, I really appreciate all your help.
Man, I'm glad to do it, Coach. That is one heck of a mailbox.
Brick by brick.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols.
And on behalf of all of us at Farm Bureau Insurance, go Eagles.
From the doctors and staff at Eyes on Main, we welcome you to our new location on Market Street, where we proudly support Rhea County Golden Eagle football.
Go Eagles!
At Lazy Boy, safety and quality go hand in hand.
At Lazy Boy, we have an award-winning safety program. World-class safety performance requires that all 1,400 American craftsmen work safely each and every day. Safety commitment is safety excellence. Safety excellence is team commitment. We want you to be part of this team. Go Eagles.
If you're interested in joining our award-winning team, stop by our Lazy Boy office to submit an application or give us a call at 775-3900. The safety and well-being of Rhea County citizens are the top priority of Sheriff Mike Neal and the Rhea County Sheriff's Department. With programs such as the Senior Citizens Awareness Network, the highly trained volunteers of Rhea County Homeland Security, and the DARE program that works to keep our kids off drugs, Sheriff Mike Neal is looking out for you. On behalf of the Rhea County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Mike Neal asks you to drive safely to and from football games, and as always, go Eagles!
We're back here for second half action. Ray County hosting the Blackman Blaze. Blackman on top right now, 31-14. Tacked on 7 more right before the end of the second quarter. And they will get the ball to begin here in the second half. Elmer, I was down on the field during halftime, and as the Golden Eagles took the field to warm back up and get loose, heard a lot of, let's take this game over, a lot of confidence, a lot of belief. Expect to see the Golden Eagles come out with some hop in their step and look to sort of change the story here, flip the script on Blackman.
Well, absolutely. They've showed they can stop them on defense. They've showed they can score. They just need to keep it put together, string it together. Let's have a good second half. This is only a 17-point game, and Ray County has showed they can score quick too.
As Coach Pemberton mentioned in his halftime interview, we will have to improve our pass defense.
And this is going to be a big tempo setter right here, this set of downs.
So Teague, the lone back in the backfield, he will get the ball here on first down. He's got a big gap still on his feet. He's going to bust through the secondary, going to be finally brought down inside Ray County territory around the 45. So a big pickup from Teague, and not the start the Golden Eagles were looking for. Teague picks up 24
there
on the carry.
Kick it back to the action.
Mitchell's pass to Adonis Ote, the first time we've used his name tonight. He's going to pick up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for Blackman. Mitchell working out of the shotgun here on second down. Looks out to his right. The pass is going to be caught by Trey Knox. Does a stutter step out near the 30. Finally, the whistle's going to be blown. There is a flag late. Penalty pending. Knox had enough for the first down.
And that flag was landed right where that tackle was made.
It is going to be a personal foul against Ray County. And Elmer, you prophesied that the first few minutes of this second half would set the tone, and definitely not the tone we were looking for. So a big run by Teague, a couple good passes by Mitchell, and now a personal foul against the Golden Eagles. Moves the ball inside the Ray County red zone. It'll be 1st and 10, Blackman from the Ray County 19. Quick pitch out left to Teague, who has trouble, but he finally does come down with it. Makes a move, still on his feet, finally brought down near the 12. Will pick up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Shane Johnston quite wittily attributed the tackle to Tincata, who is the official turf provider of the Ray County field here. That one got me. I'm chuckling. Second down here. Teague's number called once again. He bounces out to the left, still on his feet, being wrapped by the ankles, and is going to be hit hard at the 10. Ray County still coming out, playing hard with passion. Like we said, Elmer, they definitely have that never say die attitude instilled in them by the fantastic coaching staff here for the Golden Eagles. Really need to dig in their heels and get a stop here on third down. After a couple big plays in the penalty, a field goal would feel like somewhat of a victory if we could hold Blackman to 3. Mitchell out of the shotgun. Teague split out to his left. Handoff goes to Teague. He's got room up the middle. He's going to fall backwards inside the 5, or he will have enough for a first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Blackman from the Ray County 3. First and goal here for Blackman. T gets the ball once again, and he is going to trot into the end zone for a Blackman touchdown.
Myers to snap, Williamson to hold, Burks to attempt.
The point after is good. So 2 minutes and 49 seconds into this third quarter. Blackman now leads the Golden Eagles 38-14. We'll be back in just a moment.
When you want the best in local football, you want the Ray County Eagles. And when you want the best in local auto service, you want JB's Auto Sales and Service. Honest and dependable, right down Back Valley Road from Eagle Stadium in Evansville.
State Senator Ken Yeager takes his responsibility to serve very seriously and is guided by one and only one principle: constituents come first. As chairman of the Senate State and Local Government Committee, Ken Yeager has worked hard to protect our taxpayers from unnecessary and wasteful government spending. With Yeager, constituents come first. And as always, go Eagles.
All right, and we are back. Thanks for that word from the hardest working man in Nashville, State Senator Ken Yeager.
I went to school with Ken's daughter, Bonnie Marie, who was married in Kingston, Tennessee 2 weekends ago. Bonnie, in the rare but not impossible event that you are tuning in tonight, congratulations on your wedding. Guess my invitation got lost. No, I'm just kidding. Congrats to you and yours. Wish you the best in life. Golden Eagles take over here on offense, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
In North Bradley County, Bradley Central is leading Walker Valley at the corral, 35-7 at halftime.
Here on first down, the ball is going to go to Christian Simon, who's got a gap. He bounces out to the right, still on his feet, across the 40, the 45. Finally going to be brought down near the 48.
Wow.
Christian Simon with a huge 28-yard run.
That is definitely going to be enough for a Ray County Lazy Boy touchdown, first down, pardon me. Maybe that's a slip of things to come, hopefully, for Ray County. Near half field.
Frazier out of the shotgun handoff, going to go to Gavin Morrison this time. Not much doing for Morrison. He dives ahead, picks up maybe 2. We'll call it 2nd and 8. Actually going to say that Morrison did not pick up any yardage there. They respotted the ball. Going to be 2nd and 10. Frazier, joined by Langley in the backfield, who splits out to the left now. Going to get the ball here. Nope, it's faked. Frazier rolling out to his left. He's going to go to the air. The pass is thrown. Comes up just short, intended for Jaden Austin. It'll now be 3rd and 10 for Ray County.
All right. We're going to kick it down to sideline reporter Larissa Cannon.
All right, guys, we have some Eagles here definitely trying to keep their head in the game, trying not to get discouraged. We have senior players trying to encourage the younger ones to keep their head up, but obviously the Eagles have an upward hill battle ahead of them.
Thank you very much for that, Larissa. Christian Simon had a big gain on third down, very close to the first down marker, and they are going to say it is indeed a Ray County Lazy Boy first down. Christian Simon with a big pickup there for the Golden Eagles on 3rd and 10. Continues to move momentum in our direction. So 1st and 10, Ray County, inside Blackman territory at their 42. Frazier takes the snap, hands it off to Simon once again. He's wrapped up by his ankle, does dive ahead, picks up about 4. It will be 2nd and 6. .6:36 left here in the third quarter. Blackman leading your Golden Eagles 38-14. Frazier working out of the shotgun. Handoff is going to go to Christian Simon, who bounces inside across the 35, still on his feet across the 30, now finally brought down at the 25, but has plenty for a Ray County Lazy Boy first down.
Wow, what a night that young man is having.
Try to get some yardage totals for Simon here in just a moment. Definitely showing out here with some big runs in the third quarter. Handoff going to go once again to Christian Simon. Running hard, lowering his head.
Watch him work.
Going to be brought down around the 21. Going to pick up 4 on the carry. 2nd and 6 now for the Golden Eagles.
Fighting for every yard.
Handoff going to go to Langley this time, who's going to be brought down near the 16. Going to be 3rd and 3 for your Golden Eagles.
What a way to get introduced to the starting lineup as the first game against Blackman Blaze.
He's just a sophomore, 5'10", 175-pound, good-looking athlete.
Great
definitely
poise.
Stepping up here tonight for the Golden Eagles. Simon's going to get the ball here on 3rd down. He's going to get out across the 15. They're going to mark him very close to the first down marker. We'll wait for the official spot.
It's going to be close. We're certainly in 4th down territory.
The referees are going to take a small water break, also known as an official measurement. Chain gang running a little out of sync here. I would say the lead man is running about a 4.240 right now and is going to run into the Blackman defense. They're not going to be able to come out. He is going to hang his head in shame. Had great pace there. Unfortunately was slowed up. Chain is stretched out. It looks like Ray County is going to be just inches short. In fact, the referee is going to reposition the ball here on the left hash. They're going to stretch it out once more. It is.
Looks like 6 inches, maybe.
Yeah.
5 inches.
PA announcer Shane Johnson said it was about 4 chain links. Not sure if they're using the standard 1.5 inch, if they've got the new polyurethane double 2-inch 4 ply-by double 6.9 steel zinc. I'm not sure which official chain length they're going with out there right now, but he thinks it's about 4 links, Elmer.
4 links. 4 links is all we need. What would you do right now, Cam? Would you give it to the sophomore Jackson Langley Or would you sneak it
Elmer,
with Hayden Frazier?
Personally, I'd give it to Gavin Morrison since you asked, but we will see what Coach Pemberton and staff does here. It is going to go back to Christian Simon. He's going to have plenty. He's still driving ahead out across the 10, still on his feet.
They're
going to have plenty for a Ray County Lazy Boy first down.
He lost his helmet.
And that's why I am a subpar announcer and not a head football coach. Obviously, Christian Simon was the right call there. Coach Pemberton do all his accolades. So it'll be first and goal here for your Golden Eagles. 3:45 showing on the clock here in the third quarter.
Watch this quick replay by Ray Medical Center. Back to the action.
Gavin Morrison with the carry here on first down. Very close to the goal line. Looks like he's going to be spotted at the 1.5-yard line.
That's going to... I got so excited, I did not give Christian Simon a Ray County Lazy Boy first down for that last play, but I'm going to get it in now.
That's okay, Elmer. My ADD is kicked in, and I got to say, watching these cheerleaders throw out the plastic football is one of my favorite traditions, as you all know. I'll get back to that right after this second and goal here. Handoff is going to go to Langley, who is going to be met immediately by the Blackman line, going to be stopped just short. Elmer, I don't know if it's new material in these plastic footballs, but one of the cheerleaders threw it a good 25 rows.
Oh, she's got an arm. I saw her last week.
I don't know if the cheerleaders have really,
she has
incorporated some more weightlifting, but there is something going on either in these footballs. There's either an angel on the track or there's a rotator cuff injury, and we have a Rookie of the Year situation here. Rowan Gardner, a cheerleader for the Golden Eagles, apparently here tonight. Third and goal for the Golden Eagles. Frazier takes the snap out of shotgun. Handoff is going to go to Christian Simon, who's going to dive ahead for a Ray County Lazy Boy touchdown.
Shazam, Christian Simon.
Christian Simon with some big carries there on that possession for the Golden Eagles, and he is rewarded with the final run that tacks on 6 more for the Golden Eagles.
You can get a good look at one of my favorite players, Reese Cooley, with the hold for Hayden Frazier, and it is good. Before we go to a break, I want to get one more look at that Ray County touchdown by Christian Simon. Hey, this Ray County backfield has showed some heart tonight. We just got a score update in the third quarter. Saudi Daisy is putting some points on the board, 35-7 at East Hamilton. We'll be back in a minute.
In today's media-saturated culture, teens need to know that every decision matters, on and off the field. The Edge strives to provide students with the education, direction, and guidance they need for a life of excellence. Offering Healthy Choices education for middle and high school, we believe that every child can succeed. We have resources for parents too. For more information, contact Tiffany Soyster at 775-0019.
Frazier on now for the Ray County kickoff. It is a nice kick by Frazier, going to be fielded by Teague around the 8. He's running up the left side of the field looking for some space. He's out across the 25, the 30, still on his feet to cross the 40. Going to be forced out of bounds near midfield. Looks like a Ray County player is down hurt.
We've got a player hurt. He looks.
We will take an official injury timeout. Elmer, I don't know a lot about injuries. It looked like he was potentially just cramping up. We, of course, hope that is all that it is, and it looks like our fantastic trainer, Mr. Jim Knutson, is going to stretch him out appropriately.
Yeah, and that looks to be the situation. It looks like he was in a lot of pain, but that's pretty normal for some really bad cramps, so we'll hope and pray that is all it is. Okay, we just got a word. That's Ray County senior Brandon Hunt is down. No word on the injury. And we are going to
Blocking the back against Blackman. Penalty to move the football to the 36, first and 10.
so that is going to take off a good chunk of the yards that Teague was able to pick up.
So they're
blocking the back.
If you were able to hear, they got from Shane Johnson. There was a block in the back penalty actually against Blackman. Will back them up. So Hunt still receiving attention there at the 35, getting stretched out. He's up now, and
he is definitely up.
Going to be able to run off under his own power, which is encouraging. I believe it is just a cramp. They say you have to do some sort of physical activity to get cramps, so I've never received one, but they don't look like they feel too great, Elmer.
Very painful looking.
So it is 1st and 10 now for the Blackman Blaze. Handoff is going to go to Teague here on first down, still on his feet, going to be brought down finally near the 40.
Heavy
a
traffic.
Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Blackman.
Good stop by Chandler Kaler. Second and 8, and a lot of times if you can stop Teague for only 2 yards, it feels like a win.
A minute and a half left here in the third quarter. Blackman leads Ray County 38-21. Teague gets the ball. Correction, Mitchell actually faked me out even, and he's got the ball, and he is scrambling now towards the end zone. Connor Mitchell is going to score for Blackman.
Blackman's Connor Mitchell carries 61 yards for a Blaze touchdown.
We're going to take another look at this. They just have so many weapons. You can see Mitchell keeping it and just picks his spot, finds a good hole, and he's off to the races. Just out of the reach of free safety Aubrey Smith.
And the PAT is good. With a minute 16 left in the third quarter, Blackman leads Ray County 45-21. We'll be back after a quick word from our sponsors.
As part of Ray Medical Center, Professional Therapy Services of Ray County shares the same commitment to excellence as Ray County Athletics. Allow our professional staff to get you back in the game.
Providing physical therapy for Ray Medical Center. The right care right here in Ray County.
Our staff at Professional Therapy supports Ray County Athletics.
Go Eagles! Woo! Get back in the game!
Burke's kickoff is actually going to not get into the end zone this time and is going to be fielded by Christian Simon at the 1-yard line, who's out across the 15. Going to be brought down at the 21, where the Golden Eagles will take over on offense.
We absolutely want to thank all of you for tuning in and sharing your Friday evening with us and the Golden Eagles. We're absolutely looking forward to next week. It's the first region game, the first one that really matters, that actually matters, at Walker Valley at the Corral. Always a good game. The first year we did highlights, Ray Review did highlights for Ray County football. Would be 4 seasons ago. This is the 5th season, so I guess it would be 5. First year Coach Pemberton was here, put together, his boys came in and bought into his system. We've got a flag, little extracurricular activities. going on, but we busted a 21-point lead at Walker Valley. And that's a personal foul against Ray County. Never like to see that, but this Walker Valley, it's, hey, with Cleveland, Ottawa going to 6A, even McMinn County going to 6A, Walker Valley is looking to strike up a little bit of a rivalry. We've had some battles with Walker Valley last year, as Cameron Meadows said at halftime, was it was a barn burner, and that one could have really one of those games that could have gone either way.
So it will be 2nd and 21 for Ray County.
What do you think they're talking about, Cam?
Well, Elmer, honestly, I think at this point, 45-21, you don't want to, make snap judgments about what they might be talking about, but there's an outside chance what time what restaurants close in the area. They are human after all. It did not look football related to me, though.
And we are looking, hopefully by week 4, the next home game, to have Bimbo's as our post-game meal sponsor.
Bimbo's, you need to hop on that opportunity. We usually get a lot of listeners that come and have some good post-game discussion with us. Christian Simon with a big run.
And that's another Ray County lazy boy first down. Take another look at this run. And Morrison is going to seal that corner for Simon. And that is something that I love to see right there.
20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Frazier working out of the shotgun. Handoff is going to go to the sophomore, Langley, who is going to pick up maybe a yard. We'll call it 2nd and 9. So the clock will expire on the third quarter. Score, Blackman 45, Ray County 21. We'll be back in just a moment.
You know that old box of home movies you got in your attic? Everybody's got one. Maybe you got VHS tapes, VHS-C, mini DV, high 8, or maybe even you got Super 8 or 16 millimeter. Well, anyway, whatever you have, you haven't been able to watch it for years because it's an obsolete format. Wouldn't you love to be able to see those old videos of your kids as children, family members that are no longer with you, or even cool events that you shot long ago and haven't seen in years? Hi, my name is Alex Powers, and I'm the owner of a new store that's just started up in Dayton, Tennessee called Downtown Digital. We transfer just about every consumer-grade video format, such as VHS, VHS-C, Mini DV, Betamax, regular 8, high 8, and digital 8, as well as mini DVD. We also have the ability to transfer records and cassette tapes to CD or MP3. In addition, we also have the means to transfer 8, Super 8, and 16 millimeter film to digital. So
2nd and 9 here for the Golden Eagles. Handoff going to go to Gavin Morrison, who's going to power ahead across the 35. There is a late flag.
So we do have, you can see the players taking a knee on the field. Injured Blackman player.
Looks like number 71, Brent Higgins, who is being helped off. Hope nothing too serious there for him. It was a face mask, the flag on the play against Blackman. And we appreciate Blackman with that face mask. We will be able to give out another Ray County Lazy Boy first down after that penalty.
We'll take it.
So will Lazy Boy. Fresh set of chains for the Golden Eagles. Simon going to get the ball here. He's out across the 45. Going to be brought down actually right around the 45. We'll call it a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6 now for Ray County. Second and 6 here for the Golden Eagles. Frazier rolls back. He is going to be sacked in the backfield for a loss. Very nearly eluded the tackler, but was ultimately brought down. And it will now be 3rd and 13 for Ray County. Frazier going to hand off to Simon. Correction, Morrison here on 3rd down. There is a flag. He gets out across the 45. The ball came out. They are going to say he was down. As I mentioned, there was a penalty on the play. It is going to be a holding against the Golden Eagles. And that will negate any positive yardage we picked up on the play. So 3rd and 16 now.
You can hear that Go Eagle marching band get striked up.
Frazier going to drop back to pass. He's looking deep. He's actually going to end up throwing short. Getting back out to the 45 where it will be 4th and 5. Pass complete to Caleb Laws with the catch and the pickup. Coach Pemberton going to keep his offense on the field and go for it here on 4th and 5. A couple hard counts by Frazier, and he will now call a timeout. With 9:05 left in the ball game, Blackman 45, Ray County 21. We'll be back in just a moment.
It all starts with a good foundation. Because if your foundation is solid, it'll take care of itself for many years to come. Hey, Charlie, I really appreciate all your help.
Man, I'm glad to do it, Coach. That is one heck of a mailbox.
Brick by brick.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols.
And on behalf of all of us at Farm Bureau Insurance, go Eagles.
So the Golden Eagles are going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Frazier going to hand it off to Simon, who's got the edge. He's going to cut back inside. He will have enough for a first down. However, there is a flag on the play.
I want to give him that lazy boy first down.
I do too, Elmer. The only thing that concerns me is the location of where the flag came down.
Me too.
Looked like it is going to be a chop block against the Golden Eagles.
That's definitely going to make a tough decision for Coach Mark Pemberton, who's staring down a 24-point deficit here with just under 9 minutes to go. You gotta. There comes the punt team. It wasn't that hard of a decision. But what a shot at that. As a matter, we want to take a quick look. This play here by Simon. We're actually going to kick it back to the punt. We'll come back to this. Here comes Kaler with the punt. Good booming, spiraling punt. And he is hit fast and hard by Aubrey Smith.
Aubrey Smith with a big lick there.
Yeah, wow. Take a quick look at this. No fair catch. And that's a young man who was thrust onto the scene last year again in the opening game against Baylor. And you can see how that experience paid dividends for Aubrey. He had an outstanding year last year, and he's already starting to have another amazing year in his junior year.
Mitchell's pass here on first down is complete to Connor Williamson for a pickup of 7. It will be 2nd and 3.
You see big number 57, Peyton Duggar, nose tackle. He's actually playing defensive end.
Mitchell going to hand off the ball here to Jordan Brown, who breaks a couple tackles, brought down near the 30. Will pick up a Blackman first down. First and 10 now for Blackman. Handoff going to go to Brown once again, who's going to have a pickup of 4. There is a flag on the play.
Take a quick look here. Was a hold. And that's going to make it 2nd and 20 for Blackman. I'm sorry, 1st and 20.
Mitchell going to hand off. Actually going to keep it himself this time. Mitchell's got a lot of speed himself. Very quick off the edge. Showing some of his athleticism there.
See, as Aubrey Smith once again with help from Jay Graham.
2nd and 7 now for the Blaze. Brown with the carry here on 2nd down. Going to be swallowed up by Doug White at the 40. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Blackman.
You can see that's big Garrett Smith. 230-pound nose tackle.
Flag before the play gets started. Looks like it will be encroachment against Ray County, and that will give Blackman the first down. Just over 5.5 minutes left here in the game. Blackman leading Ray County 45-21. Mitchell going to dump it out to the right to his receiver, number 81, Emilio Martin, who picks up another Blackman first down. Elmer, as we mentioned, Blackman, a 6A school, so much bigger pool of kids to draw from for their team. And ultimately, this game doesn't really affect our chance at a playoff run late in the season or really our standings in our district region. But it is good to face competition like this just to see kind of where you are. It's a gut check for the Golden Eagles,
Absolutely.
And I honestly think we've seen a lot of positive things from them here tonight.
I do too, on both sides of the ball, and I'm looking for some of this experience to playing teams of this caliber to pay some dividends, especially coming up next week. We're going to need them. We're going to need that Ray County secondary to defend against Colton Gibson in that aerial attack of Walker Valley.
Yeah, and it seems like the Golden Eagle running back situation is almost like a diamond. Anywhere you turn it over, it shines. Last week it was Gavin Morrison. This week it's Christian Simon. And just a lot of strength, a lot of options back there for Coach Pemberton. Simon carrying a lot of the workload tonight. Morrison did it last week. Very encouraging signs out of our backs.
Absolutely. I also want to tip our hat to, nice stop there for Ray County. I want to tip our hat to Hayden Frazier. What a job, how good it is to know him. We're hoping that Zach will be able to be back next week, but what a great job Hayden did stepping in from that backup role at quarterback, and he stepped in like a stud. Big pass to Christian Simon. He's also stood in there with a lot of poise throughout this game against a monster opponent in Blackman. And you got to give credit where it's due. They have a great, highly talented football team.
Frazier certainly has done a very, very good job here tonight for the Golden Eagles. Handoff here on 3rd down is going to go
Darylyn Council.
To Darylyn Council.
Just a sophomore for Blackman. We'll be seeing a lot out of him next year as we travel to Blackman when this schedule is flipped.
Well, hopefully we'll be seeing some of him next year. He's now actually hobbling off to the sideline. Looks like he is favoring one of his legs there. Hopefully he will be okay. Going to see another Blackman running back here. That was number 16, Quentin Hunter, with the carry.
Listed as a 190-pound sophomore. Yeah.
Going to be 2nd and 1 now for the Blaze at the Ray County 19. Just over 2 minutes left here in the ball game. A lot of commotion on the line for the Blaze, and they will take a timeout. So with 2:20 left, Blackman 45, Ray County 21. We'll be back in just a moment.
State Senator Ken Yeager takes his responsibility to serve very seriously and is guided by one and only one principle: constituents come first. As chairman of the Senate State and Local Government Committee, Ken Yeager has worked hard to protect our taxpayers from unnecessary and wasteful government spending. With Yeager, constituents come first. And as always, go Eagles!
We definitely want to thank all of our sponsors. And absolutely want to thank every one of you out there listening to this broadcast. From our entire team at Ray Review, and we want to encourage you to absolutely hang around for our post-game show, sponsored by Nokia and Tires. We'll have another interview with Coach Pemberton, some key players. Also, Region 4 5A scores wrap up and highlights from this game and an analysis by Tennessee High School football guru Cameron Meadows.
Quentin Hunter with a couple more carries here for Blackman late in the fourth quarter.
Looking forward in the waning minutes, seconds of this game, looking forward to next week's game at Walker Valley. As I mentioned to my team here, I'm a little concerned about the hurricane pushing up some nasty weather on us. And we talk about the weather. Blackman continues to storm with another touchdown, giving them a 30-point lead.
That was Quentin Hunter there with the touchdown run for the Blaze. Burks now on for the point after. It is good. So with a minute and 14 seconds left, Blackman now leads Ray County 52-21. And Elmer, most people's calendar for the week starts on Sunday, depending on where you buy it from, or perhaps your worldview. I don't know, but I say that to mention that starting on Sunday, it will also be college football week as it gets underway. And, of course, the marquee game of the week, the big highlight will be Alabama versus Florida State, a week from Saturday, taking place in the new Mercedes-Benz Dome in Atlanta.
That's going to be fun. Tennessee actually has a big game coming up, too. Opener with Georgia Tech. I'm mostly interested.
The Tennessee game is always the most important game of the week. I understand that, Elmer. I know where I come from.
The people that know me, I'm actually an Alabama fan.
Okay, Elmer. But folks, I'm so sorry that Elmer had to say that. Please do not discontinue following the Ray Review. He didn't mean it. He's a little bit wary here tonight. He did not mean what he just said.
I came by it honest.
Well, there's nothing honest about being an Alabama fan. 1st and 10 here for the Golden Eagles. It was Gabriel
Maldonado
with the carry.
Coming out of for a big lazy boy first down.
Elmer, speaking of your Crimson Tide, one of the funnier things I saw on social media this past week was Coach Saban being interviewed about the eclipse and whether or not he had any sort of plans for his players to watch it or any sort of protective measures in place to prevent any sort of eye damage. And his response was incredible. He, to be quite an impressive, celestial event of, that doesn't happen obviously that often and quite rare and just a really unique, just almost majestic experience of sorts. I don't know. I was actually here in Dayton watching at my parents' house where we, of course, were in totality, and it was incredible and just fascinating, and just he couldn't have cared less. He's like, yeah, I'll, I guess I probably should think about that. I'll probably watch it on TV. I don't really know. I mean, if I see it on TV, I've seen it. Absolutely just perfect Saban. Couldn't have cared less. I don't know if the guy's ever smiled in his life. So, yeah, roll Tide. Second down here for the Golden Eagles.
Maldonado is stood up here, but let's take a look back at this Maldonado run. Maldonado coming out of the Dayton City Sweat Bee football program. And look what he's been able to do as an Eagle. That's the closing bell.
Final score here tonight at Bill Horton Field is going to be Blackman 52, Ray County 21.
We want to be sure to hang around for the post-game show. We've got interviews with Coach Pemberton, interviews with key players of the game, highlights, scores, analysis of the game. But at this time, really want to wish Blackman the very best as they go forward in their 6A schedule. It was great having them come down. Great opportunity to play against such a great program. Look forward to next year coming to Blackman High School and playing in Murfreesboro. Now, we're going to kick it to our sponsors and be right back with a post-game wrap-up.
Mittaus.
Mittaus kuulee.
Mikä oli keskinopeus?
Sen vedon keskinopeus on 186,269 ja on uusi maailmanennätys.
As part of Ray Medical Center, professional therapy services of Ray County.
Get on the same page or get out. But I've seen teams win state title guys at 5 going into the playoffs. I've seen it happen. One beat me in the third round when I did that. It doesn't matter. The main goal. Okay?
after school for a short period of time. Okay, that'll be everybody. Everybody will report. Then we'll have you JV guys some food when we get done. And then have a good weekend.
State Senator Ken Yeager takes his responsibility to serve very seriously and is guided by one and only one principle: constituents come first. As chairman of the Senate State and Local Government Committee, Ken Yeager has worked hard to protect our taxpayers from unnecessary and wasteful government spending. With Yeager, constituents come first. And as always, go Eagles!
When you want the best in local football, you want the Ray County Eagles. And when you want the best in local auto service, you want JB's Auto Sales and Service. Honest and dependable, right down Back Valley Road from Eagle Stadium in Evansville.
At Lazy Boy, safety and quality go hand in hand.
At Lazy Boy, we have an award-winning safety program. World-class safety performance requires that all 1,400 American craftsmen work safely each and every day. Safety commitment is safety excellence. Safety excellence is team commitment. We want you to be part of this team. Go Eagles!
If you're interested in joining our award-winning team, stop by our Lazy Boy office to submit an application or give us a call at 775-3900.
All right, apologize for that little audio issues we had.
We're going to go down to the field now for an interview with Coach Pemberton.
Coach Pemberton, thanks for taking a minute after the game. What do you learn after playing a tough opponent like Blackman?
Well, I mean, they're one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the state in 6A. We knew it was going to be a good ball game coming in, and a tough win, but I thought our kids kept battling. I was really proud of them. Offensively, we did some really good things. Defensively, we did some good things, but we gave up some passing yardage and stuff. But that's a quality team. We just got to do a better job. We got our district game coming up this next week, which is huge with Walker Valley. So we need to get back on track.
Okay, so as we prepare for Walker Valley, we've got a few injured players. What's that going to look like next week as we prepare? About when do you think you would be able to make a decision about Zach coming back in?
Oh, Zach will play next week. He was probably at 80% today, so Chig deserved a chance to go in there and play, and I thought he did a good job for us. I thought he did a real good job. But Zach will be back next week, and hopefully 1 or 2 others. But, I don't know about Suttles. He's got some rib issues. But I think other than that, we got out of it pretty healthy. So now starts the district games, and, we got to win them.
Well, we are absolutely impressed by the team's composure, the ability to stay with it, keep their head in the game. We appreciate you taking a minute to talk to us after the game, Coach.
Well, they were proud. I'm proud of them. They kept battling. I'm proud of them. So we've got good things in front of us.
All right. Thanks so much. Now back up to you in the booth, guys.
Thank you very much, Larissa and Brian and Coach Pemberton for the interview. Yes, as Coach Pemberton mentioned there, Elmer, we really did see a lot of good things out of the guys tonight. Never laid down like we mentioned. We knew they wouldn't. And Chig did do a fantastic job handling the offense. Of course, had that big connection with Simon and was just very solid for us at the quarterback position. Of course, looking forward to having Zach back next week. And as Coach Pemberton said, we're looking ahead now. This one is behind us. A lot of good things that we can build on and some things that we need to correct this week during practice, but we move into district play with Walker Valley, and that's really where the season starts for this Golden Eagle team.
That's where the season starts for Rhea County. We've had, starting out 0-2, but, it's been 2 tough teams. But you can see this team has some resilience, and I know they're going to be ready. You heard Coach Pemberton. Zach will definitely be back next week. I talked to Zach earlier this week. He does have, he said the swelling is going down in his ankle. He's ready to get back. So we're looking for a barn burner over at Walker Valley at the Corral. Looking forward to playing those Stangs. Always a good game.
Absolutely. We will now turn the headset over to Cam Meadows for just a moment for some updates from around the region, some yardage total stats for tonight, and maybe a final thought from him.
All right. Welcome, Cam. What are some of the stats that stick out to you tonight for Rhea County?
Some of the stats that stick out, Christian Simon had a huge night tonight in the second half especially. He had 97 yards in the second half, giving him a grand total of 143 yards on the night on 27 carries. Gavin Morrison had a good night, finished up with 83 yards on 16 carries, 1 touchdown. Simon had 2 touchdowns. Jackson Langley for his first action, not a bad debut for the sophomore, 24 yards on 7 carries. And then Boo Boo, the sophomore, came in right there at the end, picked up 33, but then lost, a couple for ended up with 29 yards on 2 carries. Of course, with Chig getting sacked there for a negative 7-yard loss, that kind of hurt him. And Shelford had 1 rush for no yards. Chig ended up going 2 of 7 for 102, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Walls had an 11-yard reception in the second half to go with Simon's 91 in the first. And then looking at, the big recruit, Master Teague, a lot of talk about him coming in. We actually, compared to last week, he played into the fourth quarter this week, but he still ended up with 168 yards, 2 touchdowns on 17 carries. Then, of course, Connor Mitchell, what can you say about him? I mean, he had an outstanding night. I'm still calculating up all the numbers that he had, but, 61-yard touchdown, 12-yard touchdown. I mean, he had a very impressive night going into region play next week for them also. Overall, knowing what Blackman brought to the field tonight, Ray County did a very good job of keeping things reasonable. Blackman did hang 63 on a pretty good Hendersonville team last week. And then moving forward, now we go on to region play with Walker Valley. Walker Valley is a very good football team again. Coach Ryan will have them ready to play us. There's a reason why he's been around forever. I think he's like 27 years now in the coaching business, something like that. He's
fun. He's fun.
Yes, he is a good interview too, if you ever get to talk to him. But looking at some of the scores from around the area tonight, our neighbors to the south, Saudi Daisy, just hammered East Hamilton 49-14.
Wow! Look at the Trojans putting up some points. That's going to be a fun game down the road.
That's a final. Then Lenore City and their in-county rival, Loudon. Loudon put a whipping on them too, 52-20. That's gone final. Bradley Central, another whipping of our team next week. Walker Valley, 52-7. And then scrolling down to find it, still haven't had a recent update, but Knox Catholic is still leading Baylor, 38-14. And that, a lot of people thought was going to be a little bit closer of a game. I thought that would be a pretty good matchup. But
What's the score?
38-14, Knox Catholic.
So
right
Catholic
now.
jumped up. They've had that score for a while.
Yeah, I would definitely think that Catholic had put up more points than that. Just taking a quick look around the area at some other scores. Some teams that we might see down the road in the playoffs. Knox Fulton in a big game up in Knox County tonight played Knox Central. It's still in the fourth quarter, but it's a running clock. Knox Fulton is just pounding Knox Central 41-0. That game right there, a lot of people had picked as a very close game. And then a team that we could definitely see, especially if, looking down the road, if we end up getting second place in the region, if we finish behind Catholic, I think Knox Fulton's probably going to win that region up there, either them or a team that we played a few years ago, Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge is currently in a good fight with Dobbins-Bennett Kingsport. It's 28-25 in that game with Oak Ridge on top in that. Some Ray County alums who were coaching tonight. Kane Ballard is doing what Kane Ballard does. He's up 38-0 on Morristown West tonight. And then looking around Meigs County and Hickson with Coach Fitzgerald and Josh Owensby, Meigs County is currently winning 42-15, and that is now final on the night. And, Brandon McElroy down at East Ridge, offensive line coach down there, another Ray County alum, picking up a nice win over Polk County, 35-32. And the big one in Middle Tennessee, let's see if we can find it here. Maryville and Oakland were playing tonight, and a lot of people had had that as the game of the week. Last week they had Maryville Catholic as game of the week.
Guarantee you Blackman fans are quite interested in that one.
Oh, yeah. Cleveland is currently winning with 2 minutes and 48 seconds to go over Bearden, 28-24. And another rival for us, McMinn, got hammered tonight, 34-14 by the defending 5A state champ Farragut. Ottawa is currently losing to Science Hill, 42-35 with 4 minutes to go in that game. That one kind of surprised me. I figured Ottawa would have the better athletes, but, And then, here we go. From Oakland 17, Maryville 7 with 2 minutes to go in the game. So
17-7, Oakland.
Yes, that's kind of a surprise.
That is a surprise, and that could put the AP poll rankings would definitely turn on Maryville, and we could have just played the number one team in the state.
Yeah, depending on how the AP voters vote, they could put Blackman 1, or they could put Oakland, who was at 3 at 1, since they beat the number one Maryville. So,
that may be what happens, but
yeah, it's going to be interesting here to see what happens over the next couple days. Whenever those new polls come out on Tuesday. But looking ahead to next week, kind of touched on him earlier. Colton Gibson, he's a great quarterback. It wouldn't surprise me if he's playing on Saturdays next year, somewhere in the FCS maybe. The kid's got an arm. He can throw it. He can make all the throws. He's got very good legs. He can make plays with his legs, good vision. And now, everybody thought, okay, well, he lost all of his good receivers. One, I think, ended up walking.
Bryce Nunley.
Yeah, Bryce Nunley's at UTC and is going to get some playing time, hopefully tomorrow against Jacksonville State, which is where I'm heading tomorrow morning. Go down and see Kevin Revis and his Jacksonville State Gamecocks. And
it's brother on brother just about.
Yeah. Jake Revis, talked to him earlier. He's going down to support UTC. So the Revis clan is heading to Montgomery tomorrow morning. Bryce Nunley, I think he's going to get some playing time tomorrow. Hopefully for UTC, and then, but yeah, next week we got Colton Gibson and Zeke Wakefield coming, we're going there to the Corral, and that's
look forward to a good one next Friday. Be sure to tune in with us next Friday. Ray Review, be sure to come out to the game if possible to cheer these Ray County Golden Eagles on, because they're sitting at 0-2, but they're going to surprise a lot of people before this season's over.
Yep, it is. Next week is probably these two games are right now. Yeah, it hurts to lose both of them, especially the Cleveland one. Just the rivalry in that. But next week starts the actual games that really count towards the playoffs. If you could start 1-0 in your region, that's huge. And especially in a small region like us, one region win may all it take to get into the playoffs. So, there's only 5 teams, 4 teams are going. So, one team doesn't win a playoff game or a region game this year, you're in. So, next week, pretty important.
So, with that, let's take a quick look at some of the biggest plays of the night. You can see Christian Simon here. Here's a big hit by Aubrey Smith. And a big run to finish it off by Maldonado.
Yeah, that was a good run. That kid showed some good speed in the preseason. He's got a bright future for the Eagles going in the next 2 years and the rest of this year.
So you can see Simon once again finds the end zone. How many touchdowns did Simon end up with?
Simon ended up with 2 and ran for 147 tonight, with 97 of those coming in the second half. So.
And here's the play I was looking for. On their own 5, Frazier steps back with defenders in his face and launches 40-yard pass to Christian Simon, who puts the finishing touches.
Oh, yeah. Simon just had a great game tonight. He ended up with 91 yards receiving on that one, and then coming back and putting up another 143 to give him, 243 of total offense tonight. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for one guy to put up that many numbers.
Great game by Simon. Great game by the Ray County Golden Eagles, and thanks once again for tuning in with us. We look forward to seeing you next week. For Ray Review, this is Elmer Harris from all our team. Cameron Lane, Cameron Meadows, Brian Kamer, Larissa Cannon, Johnny Cannon, Travis Eggman, Gary Bolden, our entire team. Thanks again. We'll see you next week. And as always, go Eagles.
Good stuff, boys. Back her up.
It all starts with a good foundation. Because if your foundation is solid, it'll take care of itself for many years to come. Hey, Charlie, I really appreciate all your help.
Man, I'm glad to do it, Coach. That is one heck of a mailbox.
Brick by brick.
Farm Bureau Insurance is proud to be the official insurance of the Tennessee Vols.
And on behalf of all of us at Farm Bureau Insurance, go Eagles.
Kuuleeko mittaus?
Mittaus kuulee.
Mikä oli keskinopeus?
Vedon keskinopeus on 186,269 ja on uusi maailmanennätys.
You bought a big rig to get the job done, to hold its ground, to protect your kin. You need the Nokian Rotiva HT, providing safety, comfort, confidence. Built for your heavy vehicle, ready for face-to-face contact with the daily perils of the open road. Nokian Tires, where safety begins. This is the all-new Nokian N-Tire 2.0. Built for North America. Built for the road, the weather, the earth. Built for you. Designed for superior safety with a focus on wet grip and dry grip for all-season traction. It's smooth, quiet, has a long tread life, and low rolling resistance. From Nokian Tires, where safety begins. You bought a big rig to get the job done, to hold its ground, to protect your kin. You need the Nokian Rotiva HT, providing safety, comfort, confidence. Built for your heavy vehicle, ready for face-to-face contact with the daily perils of the open road. Nokia and Tire, where safety begins.
You don't find people like we have here anywhere else. They're hardworking, loyal, engaged, supportive. Just look at how pumped the whole town gets on Friday nights in the fall. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. So for me, it was never a question of where am I going to practice. I want to be in my hometown, serving the best people around. I'm Mackenzie Bowling, and I look forward to helping you find your smile.
From the doctors and staff at Eyes on Main, we welcome you to our new location on Market Street, where we proudly support Rhea County Golden Eagle football.
Go Eagles!
You don't find people like we have here anywhere else. They're hardworking, loyal, engaged, supportive. Just look at how pumped the whole town gets on Friday nights in the fall. And I'm really proud to be a part of that. So for me, it was never a question of where am I going to practice. I want to be in my hometown, serving the best people around. I'm Mackenzie Bowling, and I look forward to helping you find your smile.
Being made in America means a lot. You know, Lazy Boy is an iconic brand name, and so we have a reputation to live up to. And so by building that product in the United States, it makes you proud to be a part of that, you know. Building furniture can be a very physical process. Many of our employees, I would consider industrial athletes. We're stamping the steel, we're cutting the polyurethane foam, we're cutting the lumber, and we're assembling all that together. Everybody has a piece in this chair and on this sofa. We're not just producing them in some warehouse somewhere. I talk about this to my kids all the time. How do you impact people, and what do you do today that's going to impact people tomorrow? When I think about where Lazy Boy is today, and I think about, you know, the recession, other furniture companies took all of their business overseas, and I think about the steps that Lazy Boy took to keep that manufacturing environment in the United States. It makes you proud to be a part of that, you know. Growing up here, people say it's a Lazy Boy town. Well, it really is, so to speak, because we've had such a big influence on the community. When I'm out there fishing, I'm thinking about the job, the people, the environment, because I care so much about how to impact those lives in a better way. It means something to me to be a part of this family.
Teaching, training, mentoring. My name is Roy, and I'm the Engineering Change and New Product Launch Coordinator at Lazy Boy. My coaching style, I try to be passionate and to lead, teach, and give back. Handcraftsmanship is very important. Quality depends on the team members that are building the product. It's a responsibility, it's an ownership. You got to think of it this way. When I build this piece of furniture, am I building it for myself? Would I want this in my household? Being on the training aspect of it, we see somebody struggling, you mentor them, encourage them, keep lifting them up, say you can make it, you can do this. So when they go out and they start executing, and you can see it all coming together, the teachings, everybody's doing their assignment, that's what it's about. If I come to an employee and I'm trying to show them a proper technique to get one quality unit out the door. Also, if I show a lineman how to block, we're gonna score a touchdown. You gotta enjoy what you do. You gotta be passionate about what you do. You got to have that team concept in order to make sure that at the end of the day, all said and done, you're making one satisfied Lazy Boy customer.
Being made in America means a lot. You know, Lazy Boy is an iconic brand name, and so we have a reputation to live up to. And so by building that product in the United States, it makes you proud to be a part of that, you know. Building furniture can be a very physical process. Many of our employees I would consider industrial athletes. We're stamping the steel, we're cutting the polyurethane foam, we're cutting the lumber, and we're assembling all that together. Everybody has a piece in this chair and on this sofa. We're not just producing them in some warehouse somewhere. I talk about this to my kids all the time. How do you impact people, and what do you do today that's going to impact people tomorrow? When I think about where Lazy Boy is today, and I think about, you know, the recession, other furniture companies took all of their business overseas, and I think about the steps that Lazy Boy took to keep that manufacturing environment in the United States. It makes you proud to be a part of that, you know. Growing up here, people say it's a Lazy Boy town. Well, it really is, so to speak, because we've had such a big influence on the community. When I'm out there fishing, I'm thinking about the job, the people, the environment, because I care so much about how to impact those lives in a better way. It means something to me to be a part of this family. Being made in America means a lot. You know, Lazy Boy is an iconic brand name, and so we have a reputation to live up to. And so by building that product in the United States, it makes you proud to be a part of that, you know. Building furniture can be a very physical process. Many of our employees I would consider industrial athletes. We're stamping the steel, we're cutting the polyurethane foam,